Hello everybody, it's Up9, your boy again, and today I'm going to finally react to the second trailer that dropped on the Acolyte TV show that's coming out. So, why am I making another reaction on this second trailer? Well, from the little blips and pieces I've heard online about this show, things are not looking better behind the scenes because they were just little headlines here and there, and I really haven't really dived deep, tried to hunt down every news story and dive deep into figuring out what's actually going on behind the scenes. I figured just do the reaction as is, try to treat and judge it as the trailer shows us, and eventually what each episode down the line is going to show us, just like my Bad Batch series I just got done recording for, which I might make another video on that because that ending was definitely an ending. But anyway, not talking about that show now. We're talking about Acolyte, the second trailer. At the time of this recording, this trailer dropped on the Star Wars site 5 days ago. So, that's another reason why I decided to record it. So, if you want to watch along, like the last trailer reaction to Acolyte, I'd recommend trying to finding this trailer. If not, I will try to put it in the link down below in the description so you could watch along with. I'm just waiting a few moments for some people to load it on up and press play when I play it. It's a minute and 50 seconds, and that's how long the trailer is. Let's see how long this video will be, depending on what cool things I see and what bad things I see on it. So, but before I begin, like my every video before, please, if you like what I do, tell me by liking, sharing, subscribing. Tell your friends about this redhead complaining or praising Star Wars, or how good or bad of an actor he is. Alright? That would really help my channel out, and it would really help me with an upcoming project I'm in the works working on that's not Star Wars. And I hate teasing it, but I kind of have to, just to have to remind myself and to, well, the video record show, this next project I'm doing, well, you guys could attest. Yeah, see, we cannot shut up about it, alright? So, let us begin. Talk about Star Wars, not my other projects and stuff like that. Acolyte trailer, starting to play it in 3, 2, 1. Let's see what once I put on full screen, let's see what you got to show us, Star Wars. And action. Alright. Cool ship. Okay. On June 4th. No one is safe from the future. Okay. 2-episode premiere, June 4. Okay. Okay. What to... Okay, this is flipping a lot of things around. That is Okay. Yeah, I can see why this show would catch a lot of attention. So, where to begin? Alright, so we're going to be seeing some really cool spaceships and some space battles. That's what I'm happy for. I'm gonna play it and then turn on and mute it so I could try to talk more while it goes on. Alright, so opening shot of the trailer. Very beautiful looking kind of forest area. So, really nice. Last night, a Jedi was murdered. Okay, so it's a mystery on who the mystery is. Alright, so pausing it at from the studio that brought you. So we got Ahsoka in the lineup, Andor in the lineup, and the Mandalorian in the lineup. Alright, so this is gonna okay. Alright. So it says from the studio. It doesn't drop any names in terms of behind the scenes. Why it's doing that? Again, it's hype. This is a huge hype for trailer. But I think this trailer is showing us a little too much of what the show has. I think it's showing its hand a little bit too much and heavily. Although it is opening up with a better line, it opens up with a better line than "close your eyes" immediately when you see a Star Wars trailer. So I feel like this trailer is trying to iron out a little bit of the criticism it got just from the opening line. Let's see. Pausing it, seeing not Andalore. I don't know why my mind immediately went Coruscant. Coruscant looks really good. Very clean. Very clean Coruscant. Back to the whole vibe of pre-episode 1. Still showing us the temple. Shows us more of the master training some Padawans. And one of the Padawans from the last trailer, Miss Orange, not Ahsoka face paint, but the eyebrows. Really cool character design. I really like how they're showing them training with staffs. Because staffs being a good logical step for learning how to twirl a lightsaber and such. The ship looks smooth and very nice. Like, looking at the ship, you could tell instantly, it's like, alright, yeah, no, whoever is flying in that not only is covered it, well, maybe not covered in money, but definitely has a lot of influence. And it's just sleek as hell. I really like that. It reminds me of the transport ship Qui-Gon Obi-Wan kind of landed on, but sleeker, smoother. I really like that ship design. Oh god, I want a Lego, but I might try to find a Lego version of it. All right. Talking about the Jedi justifying their galactic dominance. On that line, it shows the main master kind of walking through the halls of a hall of what looks like some sort of holding center. I'm thinking holding center because of the red light. And usually when we see red light, if it's not coming from the guns, it's usually that red-white wall, the red wall that goes on, kind of bringing up a barrier. So he's revisiting. There's probably going to be a scene where he revisits a prison of some sort to try to find clues on who this person is trying to kill the Jedi. And at 17 seconds, we see some people in the cells. It's kind of hard to tell why they're showing it. It could just be regular. Nothing really stands out. I don't know if one guy has his back turned to us that has like 3/4 of the back of his head have metal on, like my mind immediately goes to some of those bald Space Marine models that kind of have half their face with the whole Bane mask. I don't know if we're going to see one of them. Hell, it might be one of those Dax, please help me, I need questions answered kind of scene. In the name of peace. Alright, so let's go back to the scene where that dude is saying. Alright, so Mr. The Jedi are doing this in the name of peace, but it's a lie. I mean, the Jedi back then were the good guys, okay? So that's kind of what the whole series is about. The Jedi being the good guys, defeating evil. Now, when the first trailer dropped, the line of, oh, there's no evil, there's no good, them trying to put kind of a moral gray picture on the Jedi Sith bit, that's kind of, with the amount of reaction I heard to that line, the reaction was either, okay, so it's not good versus evil. Are you sure it's Star Wars? Was essentially the response I saw a lot of videos make, and it is an honest response, because that is kind of a cornerstone, no pun intended, of what makes Star Wars. Good versus evil, and there's going to be some hard politics related to the story about it. I mean, again, Star Wars was originally created because George was just pissed off that Vietnam happened. Okay, so maybe they might be able to sell it. Maybe they might not. We only got the trailers, and until what else we got to go on in. I'm trying to avoid behind the scenes stuff, news, as much as possible, just because I want to see the story treated as it is. I'll look at the behind the scenes stuff when they stop airing the show. That's kind of my mindset walking in this show. But that piece is a lie. So they cut back to the main assassin scene, and it looks like the first Jedi getting killed, and instead of just block, okay, hand goes this way, hand goes that way, kung fu, we're actually seeing some combat between the assassin and Jedi, which is good. So that kind of gives me hope to show us what kind of training the assassin has had, how a Jedi could die, especially back then in this era of Star Wars they decided to choose from, which when a Jedi died, even with how often they were, to my knowledge in the lore, it was still kind of a big deal because of, well, not only their powers, but also if one is brought down by just a normal person, okay, well, either a Jedi just lost the argument at that point, or something really, really worse went down, and I'm kind of glad they're making it a point to, at least in this trailer, try to show the weight of the death of the Jedi. Assuming they're going to let the people stay dead. Okay, I was impressed Bad Batch did. Hopefully we can get 2 for 2 for 2 new shows actually letting characters die and let death actually matter. Let's see, what else do we got? Okay, yep, blocking the shurikens coming after her. Alright, another cool sky scene, and then the crash ship. Jedi being hunted. And how the assassin just walking up to a dude meditating. Either however they're going to show that death, it's either just going to be what we see in the trailer, and then it's going to move on to whatever the next scene, or they're actually going to show us the fight. It'd be cool if they show us the fight, just so we as the audience could see, okay, a Jedi going from heavy meditation or light meditation to combat mode, that usually is not the best time to try to sneak up on a Jedi. At least from what I understand of the lore, you know? Also, yes, sorry, I apologize, that duct tape spot is still there. That's just covering up a little small hole. Now the scene after that, the whole broken lightsaber in the soil, that is new. And judging by the lightsaber, it looked like a rough slash in half, not a snap. So there must have been some fight, some very heavy fight, because there's this poor dude in the foreground on the ground, and it could be a victim. It could be a victim of whatever caused the fight. It could be maybe wounded. It's hard to figure out what's going on in that scene just with that a little bit with stuff falling down. if you have the captions on, you're gonna see some of the titles. You're going to see some of the characters' titles. Master Soul. She was my student. As he's holding a lightsaber to somebody. Oh no, it's the younger version of what looks like the assassin. Yeah, it's the younger version of the master talking to a younger version of the assassin. I trained her. Let me be the one to bring her in. Okay, so that is not a good thing to do in a trailer showing the connection between the assassin and the master. I am a little... That kind of does ruin the mystery, you know? I think Star Wars has kind of forgotten how to do, like, just a simple mystery. Hey, who is killing all the Jedi? Okay, pretty simple and straightforward. But when they reveal bombs like that in trailers, this is why I try to honestly avoid watching trailers for shows I'm actually excited for, you know, because I might get spoiled on it. And I just hope they do the final fight between the Master and the Assassin justice for both characters, assuming both characters are written really well and it's actually traumatic. It's a traumatic fight that happens. Which it kind of looks like that's what the trailer is trying to show us. The show is going to be leading to. So, shows us the assassin fighting. It looks like the Master Jedi, and then another shot of the very nice ship, and the front half coming apart, just transporting apart, just disconnecting Star Trek Enterprise style, which is really cool seeing that. So that's another point I'm giving the trailer. We get to see more of the I'm assuming this is the main Jedi Master ship we're seeing, which that is cool. That is cool. That also explains kind of how long of a trip they probably had. They probably did that to save fuel more than anything else. I apologize. I'm trying my best not to yawn. It's almost midnight. I really gotta stop recording these videos so late. Alright, no, it is after midnight. So, the next person that talks in the captions called Master Veranista. I sense this is only a small part of a larger plan. Well, this is somehow part of a larger plan. Well, something mysterious suddenly... Somehow, Palpatine's connected to everything. So it's it's going to be very interesting with this whole assassin going after Jedi. How the show is going to write, not tying it to Palpatine, but something completely different. But with what we saw else in the trailer, I'm not going to put my hope into that much too. I would be surprised. I would be surprised. Star Wars has surprised me before. Remember, Bad Batch ended on a good ending, which I'm still a little bit mixed on. I might need to rewatch that ending myself just before I make a video for final thoughts on it. Or thoughts post video. Anyway, but that's for hopefully next video, if it's not an upcoming monologue. And then we see the cult worshippers just kind of doing a whole kumbaya thing going on. And then we see a fellow ginger go from... He seems to be standing pretty chill, you know, trying to approach quick, and then suddenly black eyes and he's down. Okay, so, no, he's on his knees. Okay, so that means we got a whole, like, Sith demon possession thing going on here, which that would be kind of cool because in the Ronin book, oh yeah, spoilers. Spoilers if anybody who hasn't read the Star Wars Visions Ronin book, I actually recommend it. It's pretty cool. That book introduced kind of Sith demons and ghost being things, so this might be, since there are Jedi ghosts, yeah, maybe it'll be kind of cool to see a Sith demon kind of pop up and, kind of control one of the Jedis, and we might be seeing that. Or it could be this little cult they're trying to get some more information out of, kind of doing a little, oh, and we're going to use that poor bastard as our new avatar. I really hope I didn't just give this show a better idea of what we're about to see in this show. Some sort of shift to tip the scales. Okay, so last time we saw this scene, they specifically did not show us any more detail of Mister in the cloak on the rocks, and there are a couple of blips, pieces of, oh, it's probably Palpatine. Oh, it's not Palpatine. It's the master of Palpatine's master. If this was Maul, like Darth Maul, that would be cool. If this was Palpatine, then the whole Empire pregame started a lot sooner than everybody gives Palpatine credit for. I don't think the show is going to connect with Palpatine, though. Just because it will feel too forced. But if it does, well, I also wouldn't be surprised. I would be a little disappointed. Only a little bit, because that would be the closest real big entity in the universe still, debatably, that could pull big connection strings like this. If not Palpatine, Palpatine's master. That's why I don't think it's Palpatine. But hey, if I'm proven wrong, I'm proven wrong. So, on June 4, okay, so we see the ship going through an asteroid, small asteroid ring belt thing. I'm assuming it's because it's trying to run away from some bad guys and forced to go through that. Yep. It's time to face the past. We see what looks like a dam being blown up. We see forest being on fire. No one is safe. And a bunch of what looks like Jedis just casually walk. No one is safe. Cue. Cut to a bunch of Jedi just casually walking around on a forest path, a field path. No one is safe. Okay, yep, that's the Jedi just casually walking around. That's why no one's safe. The Jedi is casually walking around. And some lady kind of going, right in front of what looks like a fire. So she either burned her hand or she just got done having a vision. But it also looks like, oh, ow, I just burned my hand. From the truth. Mother Anicia, destiny is not decided for you by an anonymous force. Alright, so ship's going through asteroid field again, flipping through it, so this poor ship is, I hope this fight is really cool to see. If you want to pull the thread and change everything. Well, we get to see the whole force, a little bit more of the force, right? Then pull it. All right, we see the red lightsaber. We see another cloak, and at first I thought still hooded, but then I noticed the curvature, the sides of Mr. Possible Bad Guy's head, and yeah, that's definitely a helmet. Alright, let's pause on the helmet. So we got a row of what looks like lights on the bottom half, trying to look like a smile, but everything else is covered. Well, at least there is no helmet. The bad guy takes his helmet off as soon as possible, but I really wish they kept us more in suspense on who had the red lightsaber. And just from the cape and the little, what looks like a little kerchief underneath the cape where the neck is, it's not the little assassin. It's not little assassin. My apologies. It's not the assassin. It's the assassin's master. But the assassin master is going after the main Jedi master and his team against them. And that must mean the assassin really messed up. Think about it. It's like it's kind of like school, all right? No, it's not kind of like school. It's kind of like working food. Okay, crew trainer to crew person, right? Crew person messes up an order, goes to crew trainer. Crew trainer sees the order that got messed up. All right, crew trainer is now helping, kind of getting a little bit more hands on the order. It's like, all right, crew, here's how you Here's how you actually put the sandwich together properly. And then they both look up and they realize the customer they're trying to get the food out to is actually connected to a group of people. So we got a Sith Apprentice thing going on. And because of this helmet alone and the posture, again, I don't see this being Palpatine because the posture just kind of looks a little bit too overhunched, you know, not the heavy hunch we see him and start seeing him post episode 3. And he really didn't have too much of a hunch in episode 1. So this is not Palpatine just because of that little hunch before the shoulders. That's my theory. My theory is either it would be cool if this was Palpatine's master, and this whole thing was maybe this was the mass. I apologize. His Plagueis. That's it. This might have been the apprentice before Palpatine that Plagueis had. Which, if that's the case, that'll be cool. Maybe this assassin's blunder just taught the masters like, all right, yo, maybe next apprentice I have, we should play a lot more under wraps, not have an assassin just go full burr on everything. Which, if that were the case, Palpatine would find out about this lesson, of this whole thing that the Master learned. And Palpatine would be like, alright, let's see if I can do the same thing with, I need my own assassin, just like Master. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, yeah, there you go. Let's turn that Zabrak up, you know. If that would be cool. That would be cool. And again, I hope I'm not trying to give the show better than what we're seeing. But if it goes that route, I'll give the show a lot of props. And if I'm wrong in a good way, I'll give it even more props. But if I'm wrong in a bad way, and we get a worse explanation on who Mr. Helmet is, then I'll be disappointed. I only hope they keep the helmet on this guy till the end, or probably through the whole show, just to keep the mystery up, you know? What are you? Says Master Saul. And then throwing a red lightsaber, and then we see the Acolyte. It's the episode premiere on June 4th. So, if Mr. Helmet is the Sith apprentice or the assassin apprentice, I would be disappointed. But again, it boils down a lot to how they handle the helmet. It boils down a lot to how they handle the execution of it and the final. Because with this trailer is trying to tell everybody, yo, we're going dark, we're going edgy, it's going to be great, it's going to flip expectations. Right? The people that from the people that made Andor, with how much of a fine wine show that is, it's got to be good, just like Mandalorian, right? And Ahsoka, right? You know, several years back, I would say absolutely, but the same studio that also gave us Andor gave us Obi-Wan. And with how much that show is being destroyed on the internet more and more, I'm hopeful that this show will actually give us kind of a good, darker take on Star Wars. But if they go a little bit too hard, then, well, that'll just be one of those, alright, cue everybody's favorite video essayists and say, alright, let's see if we could rip this thing open as publicly and loudly as possible so we can show Disney why we don't like it. I haven't seen too much blips and pieces off this trailer, In terms of bad reactions. I will after I get done making this video. But either way, this trailer, I'm still looking forward to it just because we get to see pre-episode 1 Star Wars. We get to see a really cool ship. Let's see, what did this trailer make me think to look forward to? Here's the problem with this trailer. It gives away what the connection between the assassin and the master is, you know? I mean, the assassin having Jedi training, yeah, that does kind of make sense, but does it have to be from the master? Does it have to be one of the main characters? That's the master trying to bring the assassin in? That's kind of... I kind of want to say counterintuitive. You know, why can't the assassin have a different master? That's my question. Why can't it be, hey, this Jedi youngling went bad. This Jedi youngling went outcast, and a buddy of mine who trained her, he disappeared after she left the order. You know, why can't it be something kind of more mysterious like that? Give her a little bit more teeth. The main Jedi Master going after the students, it does throw the whole, oh, everybody can be redeemed. Honest, guys, everybody can be redeemed. Honest. It does throw that argument up, which is probably what the Jedi Master is trying to do. But if this show is trying to say, why that's not a good idea, then, well, yeah, this show might have a point with it, with that trope. Either way, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna react to it. I'm gonna hopefully add more to the conversation instead of regurgitate what everybody else hears and point out things others haven't noticed so far. So, if you did like my take on this, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you all next time. And because it's Star Wars month, I hope everybody watching this is having an awesome Star Wars month ahead of you. Alright? This is Steve9 saying, may the Force be with you.